Hmm. Well, all right. I don't know if this is actually gonna be anything. Is anybody gonna even be here? I'm just trying it out. Live, as it should be alive, as it should becomes alive, whatever you want to call it. Is anybody sitting around looking at YouTube? Oh, somebody's on. Hey, somebody's there. Who are yous? Say hello there, huh? Ah, it's Tommy. Tommy Martinelli. Yeah, nothing. I'm just, I've never gone live before, and I'm just kind of sitting here, and I thought I would give it a shot. And you can see my screen and my glasses. Kind of like it's very sci-fi. I'm all right. I'm sitting. I have a my back's out tonight. That's why I'm sitting here. That's why I'm sitting here. I should be making a video tonight for tomorrow. I usually have Monday videos, but I can't even stand up straight, so I'm sitting here. Blockhead! Holy shit! Melody Finder. Yeah, hey, thank you. Hey, Melody Finder. Hello, how you doing? Um, do I have audio trouble? I have audio trouble, huh? What's the trouble? I is it is it not loud enough? I don't have any. I have no way to monitor it. I don't hear it the way you hear it. You know what I mean? Let's do it ASMR style here. Oh, Red Cross, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so you like Red Cross. I, Red Cross is one of those bands that when people get into them, they get really heavily into them, but no matter what, they're never really a big band. They're always a well kept secret. You know what I mean? But yeah, so here's a different view of the world famous As It Should Be Studios. A wall you never see back there. Huh? There you go. The Wings poster. There's the ring light. That's always the ring light we have on us. Uh oh. Oh, you hear me now. Okay. Oh, okay. Tommy was mentioning that the sound is bad, but I think it's just for him. Nobody else is complaining about it. But yeah, I have a few people on here. Yeah, the reason why I'm doing this right now, well, one is just because I'm just sitting here, but my back is out, so I'm probably not gonna have a video tomorrow for the second Monday in a row, and because I can barely stand up straight, I can't stand up straight. So I thought, well, at least maybe try doing this. I've never gone live before, so um, but hey, looks like we've got 8 people watching. Anybody have any questions? I don't know how to keep these things going. I'm just sitting here looking at myself here, and I don't know how long I'm really going to do this. This isn't really going to be a big long thing. I'm just kind of having fun. Uh, yeah, I'm supposed to meet up with Tommy and Crystal tomorrow. We're supposed to do a little photo shoot for a video that's coming up in a couple weeks. I hope I can make it. Because like I said, my back's out, so I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But we have a cool video coming up in a couple weeks that I want to do a really special thumbnail for, which requires yeah, and it's all right. It's gonna be all right. Hey, Marshall, man. Um, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. It happens to me every now and again. You know what I mean? That sort of thing where you go to pull your pants up, and suddenly it's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, now I know what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of days. I'm going to be lying right here. Um, what's next? 2000? Yes, 2003 is coming up this Thursday, but The following week, when 2004 should be hitting, we're actually going to have a different video that week. So the albums of the year series is going to take a break next week, but for a special reason. But then after that, it'll resume. It'll resume. So, and Tommy, yeah, Tommy, I haven't seen Tommy Martinelli. I haven't seen Rick or talked to Rick in a while, in a few years. What do you think of a single man by Elton John? Oh wow, that's your favorite Elton John album? Really? I like that album. I'm not really heavily into it. Um, uh, but I like it. It's one of those albums that I didn't get back in the day. I got it later, and I just kind of one day went, I'm gonna pick this up. Back in the day we could get it for $3 and grabbed a quick $3 copy, not expecting it to be very good. And I like most of the albums before it more, but I don't think it's a bad album. There's some stuff I really like on it. Um, Let me think what's on that. Is Big Dipper's on that album, right? Yeah, Big Dipper's that's a pretty good record. I feel like Elton John. There's always there's a visual aspect to all music, to all rock, kind of like with Kiss, And with Elton John, for some reason, him not having the glasses on the cover fucks with my head and makes me think, oh, this isn't going to be as good. But what do you know? No glasses, Elton John can still write great songs. Yes, I'm a big fan of the Runaways. I have, I can't get to it right now. I actually have an autographed copy of Queens of Noise up there that's on my wall, but it's too high for me to get to right now. Um, yeah, I definitely love the Runaways. Mostly the first two albums. I'm not that into the third or fourth albums. After Cherie's out, like it kind of gets a little splintered, and they're not as focused. But I do like that stuff. Um, Will you ever be ranking the Kinks albums? Yes. I see Village Green Gate. Yes, that is from the deluxe edition that came out a few years ago, like the box set that had multiple CDs and like two or three different vinyl copies of it, and the poster and the book and everything. That's what that's from. Um, and I absolutely will be doing a Kinks ranking. I don't know yet if I'm going to be doing it myself or if I'm going to be doing it with Crystal and Tommy, but it's definitely on the list. And actually, I already have my albums ranked. Like I have my ranking list completed and just waiting to go. So that's a tough. That's kind of a tough discography to rank because they have so many different, vastly different eras. You know what I mean? So how do you rank? Give the people what they want up against preservation. They're just set. They're almost like the two different bands. But I have my list. But it's the age. Yes, sneezing once and threw my back out. Yeah, Marshall. Yeah, I'm 54, so I'm at that age now to where if I, yeah, exactly. If I sneeze, my back could go out. Um, what are you gonna do? Well, all right. Live stream, yeah, very first live stream ever. Um, Melody Finder says, yes, I understand about it being tough to rank them. Village Green is definitely my favorite though. Well, I'm not going to tell you what my favorite is. You're going to have to wait for the video. But man, I- you know, no surprise that one ranks very high. My for me they have like the big 3, the big 3 being Face to Face, Something Else, and Village Green. That's like the big 3. And but I have favorites in all eras of the Kinks. When I first got into the Kinks is when they were putting out the early '80s albums. Is when they were putting out give the people what they want, the state of confusion and all that kind of stuff. That was the new stuff when I got into them. So I was really heavily into that as well. So the '70s stuff can be a little rough, but there's some great albums in there too. Uh, Tommy, what are your thoughts on the Head Scratcher album, Bad Religion? And I'm not that into Bad Religion. I don't really know their stuff. Like I don't even know this album. I know of them as a band, and I've seen and heard I've seen a couple of videos here and there, but I've heard a few songs here and there. But overall, I'm not Bad Religion savvy. So But oh, and also speaking of Elton John, I keep mentioning that we're going to be doing an Elton John ranking video at some point. Really, what is holding us up right now is that I know Elton John has a new album pending that's done. It's in the can, and it's gonna come out sometime this year. I wanna wait till that comes out to do the ranking, 'cause I don't wanna do an Elton John sprawling 30 album Elton John ranking, and then, like, a month later, he comes out with a new album, you know? So we're gonna wait for that, and then we'll do it. Hey, Jordan. Going pretty good, pretty well here. Well, it's, I have a heating pad on my back right now, so it feels really sweaty and hot, but it's really not hot. It's a New York winter, so it's not hot. But, Tommy, it is their synth prog album before they went back to hardcore. Oh, Bad Religion. Oh, see, now that's how little I know about Bad Religion. I didn't even know that they ever did a synth prog album. I pretty much they strike me as one of those bands like the Ramones where you pretty much know where you're getting every time, you know? But apparently not. Uh, are you a fan of Cream? Yes. You know what? I am not a fan of Eric Clapton, generally speaking, but I do like Cream. I love Cream. I love, Disraeli Ge yeah, all 3 what they have 4 albums. There's Fresh Cream, there's Disraeli Gears, there's the live album Wheels of Fire, and there's Goodbye. Yeah, I like all that stuff. Even maybe I could go so far as to like maybe that first Eric Clapton album, but overall, I'm really not into him. Um, yeah. My very, very favorite Cream song is Badge. I love Badge. That's just like it's probably the George Harrison aspect of it, but it's just such a great song. Blockhead. I really dig 21 at 33. That album doesn't get any love. Yeah, you know what? I like that album too. That's another one of those that I went into it going and looking at the cover going, "Oh, god, this is gonna be terrible." And I was pleasantly surprised. 21 at 33 is not a bad album. Uh Jordan is saying, "I like art and a fan I drew a picture of when you guys did albums." Wait, let me try to read this again. "I like art and a fan I drew a picture of when you guys did albums of the year 1969. I thought it came out pretty good." I don't think I understand that. Oh, Papa Nick. Papa Nick. Well, all right, Papa Nick. Dougie's. Yeah, Jordan, show it. Show it. Put it up. I don't know where you're gonna put it, but or how you're gonna show it, but do it. Somehow. Figure out a way. Um, so Papa Nick, I agree with you on Badge. Yeah. There are a lot of Cream songs that I like. Um, yeah, I mean, I even all the overplayed stuff. I mean, come on, man. White Room. I really love that song. I mean, I really love Sunshine of Your Love is really overplayed, but still a great track. Tales of Brave Ulysses and uh yeah, but Badge stands head and shoulder above the rest. I love some of Clapton's hits, but the rest of his stuff has never really been my favorite. Yeah, and when you get into later stuff like, excuse me, like Tears in Heaven and all that kind of crap, and uh, Pretending and all that kind of shit. No, no thanks. I'm not here for it. Uh, Dougie's. He says, I just recently got into Oingo Boingo. Always thought they were a British synth pop band. Little Girls video's great. Yeah, I really liked Oingo Boingo for about a minute when I was in high school. And around the time Dead Man's Party came out, I started paying attention to them. And I liked that album a lot at the time. Um, I haven't really gone back to it in a while, and even beyond that album. Um, he's making albums now. Like he's currently making albums and his voice still sounds great. He still writes great. The thing about John Howard is that he never uh hit it big and never had that period where he was just like a worship rock star making a ton of money. Like he still has the muse and the hunger. Like, he's not one of those people that's, like, tired out and has nothing left to say. Like, he still has the hunger of somebody that's, like, just starting out, and he still makes great music. Uh, Jordan, he says, I meant I drew Crystal, you, and Tommy in As It Should Be Studio." Oh, that's kind of what I thought you meant. Yeah, I would love to see that. Um, yeah, I don't if, if there's some way you can send it, attach it to strap it to the leg of a carrier pigeon and send it my way. Marshall Mann, I've been revisiting 70s Toto. I forgot how funky it is. You know, I'm not that Toto savvy. I've poked around. I've gone to Spotify and poked around and that stuff a little bit. Um, but I have yet to really catch a clue in that on that front. Uh, let's see. Blockhead, also thanks for turning on. We already got that. Marshall. Oh, Blockhead also says Clayton Clapton's only saving grace to me was being in the Yardbirds. Yeah, that's pretty undeniable. I can't talk shit about that era of Clapton either. I really like the Yardbirds as well. The thing about the Yardbirds though, it's kind of like they're bigger. They have that run of amazing guitarists. They had Clapton, they had Beck, they had Jimmy Page, but I feel like the band was just as great regardless of which guitar player they had. They were just kind of going through different eras. So it's almost like, I mean, I guess if they'd had some lame ass guitar player and no name guitar player come in, maybe it wouldn't have been as good. But I don't know. I mean, there was more to it than just the great guitar. Oh, is the stream going back and forth? You know what? The stream might go in and out because you know what? My Wi-Fi sucks ass. It really does. My Wi-Fi is terrible, so it could be a weak Wi-Fi issue. So if it kind of pops that in and out, I'm living in 1995 Wi-Fi wise over here. Um, Paul, it was cool to see that you like Swing Out Sister. Yeah, um, there seems to be a few fans of this amazing act. Yeah, I talked about it in the video, so you know my whole thing with that is that initially I was one of those people that kind of dismissed them because I didn't like that '80s album, their hit '80s album. And because I didn't like that, when they started making records that were absolutely the kind that I would like, I missed out on them because all I had to see was the name Swing Out Sister and was like, oh yeah, that '80s band, and I didn't listen. Luckily, my friend Mary Edwards hipped me, so yeah, all the Yardbirds albums are great to me, even some of the half-baked stuff on Roger the Engineer and Little Games. I really like Roger the Engineer a lot and Little Games. I love all those albums. You know what I don't like much? Drink. What I don't like much from them and a lot of bands like them is are the boring blues covers. I'm really not into that stuff, and that's the problem with those records. When they get into the boring blues covers, I check out. They always, even back at the beginning, they were writing great, great songs. When they put originals on the albums, they were just stellar. So I just kind of wish they had more of a thing of writing entirely originals and not really doing all those blues covers. But the 1983 Epic Records US reissue is the best, in my opinion, of Roger the Engineer. It has Happening 10 Years Time Ago. Yeah, okay, yeah. I can't talk, guys. Happenings 10 Years Time Ago. Oh, and Psycho Daisies is kind of like it's a bonus track, deluxe edition kind of version of it, though, even though it came out in '83. That's pretty cool. Um, oh, Jordan, you can send through Facebook. Yeah, you can send it there. Um, you can also you can do that if that's easier for you. Another way you can do it is you can send on Instagram. There's an As It Should Be Instagram account. There's also my account. I have a Paul Bertolino account. You could actually private message it to me there if you want, or you can send it Facebook, whatever works best for you. But I would like to see it. Um, yeah, boring blues covers. Yeah, but the thing is that their original stuff is so Yardbirds, their original stuff is just so good that I completely give them a pass for the boring blues covers. No matter how many there are on an album, when you get to the originals, it's like I completely forget that I was just bored by a blues cover. So yeah. Happenings 10 years time ago is definitely my favorite Yardbirds song, along with Better Man Than I. Yes, Better Man Than I is a great one. Shapes of Things. Yeah, that's a really great one. Yeah, Happenings is really trying to think now, is that on one of the US pressings? Because that's one of those songs that wouldn't have been on the UK one because it was a single. But was it on a US pressing? I don't think it was, or was it? I don't remember, but yeah, let me see here. Happenings is on the US Greatest Hits album. Oh, yeah, sure. Um, but yeah, I'm really surprised that the US label didn't put it on one of their proper albums because the US was all about adding the singles to the albums, even if they weren't originally on them. Um, yeah, so I'm surprised that isn't actually on the Over Under Sideways Down album. But I'm looking at my background here, looking to see if I can find something back here to talk about. I see there's a Cheech and Chong album that you don't normally get to see from the angles that these videos are. I really love Cheech and Chong. I've loved those guys since I was a kid, and I've never been a pot smoker. Uh, I don't know about anyone else, but I've lost your audio. Oh, you've lost my audio, huh? Hmm. Is that Blockhead can hear me? Yeah, that seems to be. That's funny because somebody, Tommy Martinelli, he had an issue earlier with the audio too, and then suddenly it was fine. I don't know if it's on my end or not. I really don't know. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this, so I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of that. I don't know how long I can really keep this up. Um, I just want to say to some of the people who kind of came on later that the big reason why I did this is because I'm not going to have a Monday video this week because my back is out. I'm sitting against a heating pad right now, and I can't stand up straight. So, and I really want to do a video, but I want to try to kind of really relax as much as I can because I really want to be able to go on this excursion with Tommy and Crystal tomorrow to do our photo shoot because it's going to be really cool if we can do this. It's going to be something really, really cool. And so I'm holding out hope that I can manage it. And so, yeah, 23 minutes. That's about how long anybody needs to sit here and watch me do this. Yeah, no, I think it'll be fine. My back, this happens now and again. I just you know, it just happens to happen sometimes at the most inopportune times. Um, yeah, I mean, now that's the thing too. Always remember when this stuff happens, like this means I won't have a video for tomorrow, but the Thursday videos always happen because Crystal and Tommy and I always do them in clusters. So we currently have episodes shot all the way up to 2006. Okay. So albums of the year up to 2006 exists now. Like those are all shot, and we're getting together this Saturday, and we're shooting up to 2010. So whatever happens, unless my arms break and I can't edit, there are always the Thursday videos will always be there because I don't have to worry about trying to get those out like or get them shot right before I put them up. You know what I mean? Video, photo shoot. Yeah, yeah, for a video that we're doing not this Thursday, but the next Thursday. Again, I'm gonna repeat this. I told people at the beginning, um, but there's some newer people on the stream here. We're going to do a special video next week. This week we're doing 2003, and then next Thursday it's gonna be something else entirely, and then we will resume albums of the year after that. And well, actually, this brings me up to something I've been wanting to ask you guys, well, like just the viewers in general. I'll ask you guys right here. So anybody, um, we want to expand the group videos beyond just the albums of the year series, and we want to do album rankings. And I have this whole list of other types of videos we want to do. We want to do at some point like our favorite TV themes. By decade, do a video like our favorite TV themes of the 50s, and another video of our favorite TV themes of the 60s, and different kinds of things. Our favorite singers and guitar players, and just all these kind of ideas. But when it comes to stuff like, say, the album ranking videos, I don't really know how I want to work these into our schedule. Should I, interrupt the series and do that on whatever given Thursday that we have a ranking video for, or should I kind of hold off until we don't have any more albums of the year series and then do those? I don't know. Um, I know you're probably saying, well, yeah, do them, or should I kind of hold off until we don't have any more albums of the year series and then do those? I don't know. Um, I know you're probably saying, well, yeah, do them on Mondays, do them on different days. Yeah, I could do that, but we're also trying to figure out ways to keep this going, because once we get albums of the year series, once that's complete, then we're gonna have to figure out what else we're gonna do. And I don't really want to go, oh, we had all these other great ideas, and we also used them during that period when we were doing albums in the year. Now what we're gonna do? You kind of want the stuff to kind of make you want to find a way to make it go longer. For us to have more material. Um, we're getting into our late period band period where we don't have as much stuff to work with. Dougie's good ideas. Yeah, we have a bunch of ideas that are actually really good. I just don't know really how to work them into the schedule. Favorite music movies. Yeah, that's something we could do. Um, I'd be interested to see album rankings of specific genres. Like, oh yeah, you mentioned that. Was it you that mentioned that? There was somebody else who mentioned that, or it might have been you. Um, but yeah, I don't know. At the moment, my thoughts are that if we do album ranking videos, that we're going to probably interrupt the albums of the year series to put them up, because they'll only be every once in a while. I don't think at this point we're in the 2000s, we're going to be in the teens. I don't think that we're in these years that are so vital that people are going to be like, "What? I have to wait 2 weeks to see 2007?" I mean, like, nobody's really going to be freaking out that much, right? Have you ever heard of the Boston Tea Party? I have. Only had one album, great organ rock music. I've heard of it, but I haven't heard it. I've seen the album 1,000 times, but I haven't listened to it. Uh, but yeah, I will let you in on a little secret, though. The video that's coming up next week that's gonna usurp the 2004 video is going to be an album ranking, and it's not gonna be Elton John. It's gonna be an album ranking of a classic band, one of my favorite bands, one of my very favorite bands. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. Chocolate Watch Band. I haven't listened to that much of that stuff. I like it, but I haven't gone in deep with them. Oh wow, 16 people watching now. It was only 6 a minute ago. Yeah, Boston Tea Party. Some of you people probably watch Robert Fithen, right? And he's a big psych guy. He probably knows all this. I mean, I know of these bands, but he's the kind of guy, like, he probably has these records and knows every song and knows the whole history of the band. He's probably done a video on all of them. Um, Captain Beyond is a band that is mentioned much, or isn't mentioned, or that is mentioned much, maybe isn't. So underrated. Yeah, you know what? I don't know shit about them. I don't know anything about them. I did go on Instagram and send a message introducing myself. I am Jordan. Nice to meet you. And I have been a sub for a few years. Wow. Okay. Yeah, how long have I been doing this channel? Maybe 2 or 3 years, something like that. Yeah, well, thank you for sticking around for this long. Yeah, Robert Fithen. Robert Fithen is great. He's one of my favorites, as you know, because I mention him all the time. Um, in fact, the new Gunkles video just dropped tonight. So when I finish this, when I end this live stream, I'm gonna watch the Gunkles. um, Not mentioned. Yeah. Captain Beyond. Well, somebody was just talking about them, and there is somebody in that band that has the same name as somebody else, and I was confusing them. I don't know. Maybe you could help me out there. Um, Blockhead, you found out about me through Robert Fithen. Yeah, Robert was a huge boon to our channel because we were limping along with, I think we had like 800 subscribers or something. And, every couple of days we get another one. And then the next day we get another one. And then somebody would unsubscribe. And then we get another one. And it was just like, we were just like, ugh, ugh. And then Robert shouted us out in that video. Boom, in 2 days, we got 200 more subscribers and put us over 1,000. It's like, that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. And then we've gone back to like limping along ever since. I mean, that was over a year ago. I only just broke past 2,000. So we're still growing slowly. But all right. So, all right, guys. I definitely think I have done all I could do right now. Okay, yeah, block it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I've been wanting to talk to other people who have channels about this. That's probably normal, right? There are probably regularly people who unsubscribe every couple of days or somebody, or maybe, a couple people a week. I guess the thing about it is that I don't get new subscribers at enough of a rate to where I don't feel it when it goes back down. Rod Evans from Deep Purple was the lead singer of Captain Beyond. That wasn't who I was thinking of, but yeah, that's actually, yeah, that is definitely notable. Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be all right. It's gonna be fine. It's something that happens every once in a while, and it's not a huge deal. I'm not in traction. But anyway, all right. So I am going to, yeah, I'm gonna get out as well and put you out of your misery, or put you out of my misery, whichever one it is. All right. I will see you guys soon, and I will see you on Thursday. And we were going to be doing 2003. See you then. Thank you everybody for coming in on this and asking questions and saying hi and stuff. All right. See ya. Oh, Maureen. Hey, Maureen. I've always liked you should talk about your equipment. Sorry, I keep going to stop, and then somebody asks me something. I don't wanna shut you out. Um, I've always You should talk about your equipment, record with others. Oh, you mean do collab videos with other people who have vinyl community channels? Yeah, that would be fun. I would love to do one with Robert, or I would love to do one with the Gunkles. Um, yeah. All right. Well, anyway, sorry, Maureen. It looks like you just came in, and I am. Do you have a cassette collection? Yes and no. I have never been a cassette guy. Even back in the '80s when cassettes were, like, one of the main formats, I never bought pre-recorded cassettes. I would buy TDKs and Maxells, and I would make tapes. I would do I'd get a 90-minute and put one album on one side and put another album on the other side, and that would be my tape. Or I'd make comps. I made 1,000 comps, just like probably a lot of you guys did, but I never was into buying albums on pre-recorded tapes. If I had a cassette of an album and that's all I had it on, then I didn't feel like I had the album. So but I do still have a lot of my old comp tapes that I made, a lot of my old TDKs and Maxells. I have a couple boxes of them, like, in the garage at my mom's house. 8 tracks are better. Well, they're more fun. They're more fun, and they're more fun for display. I like them better for display. But alright, this is really it. I'm really gonna go. That's it. And Melody Finder has most of Led Zeppelin's albums on cassette. As it should be, because you should always have most of Led Zeppelin's albums. And I say most of them because you don't need to have presents. All right. All right. See you guys later. Bye.